Hello, guys. Today we're going to talk about your psychic abilities, telepathy, clairvoyance, intuition, and other types of psychic abilities, and your chakras. And it's very simple. Um, it's explained in simple terms. It's also simple to do. Basically, what you're doing is you're moving from the raw world, the raw physical world, into the psychic world. And for that, the first thing that you have to do is remove the influence of the 3D world. Meaning, don't chase or don't concern yourself so much with physical things, like trying to get something somewhere in the physical world, in the 3D world. Let go of everything in the 3D world and then just rest in silence. And as you're resting in the silence, start to listen. Feel your psychoenergetic body. And just start to listen. And you will get messages. And you can start with bija mantras. Lom, vam, ram, yam, hum, om, om. And then you do those a couple of times. And then you rest in silence. And you do this very subtle, fine listening. Feel your whatever comes up. There might be visions coming up, feelings. And instead of rejecting those feelings, open them up like little gift boxes. You don't get involved with them, you just let them open up as they want to open up. And that's where you start to enter the psychic world. The psychic world is the ability to evermore listen to these very, very subtle cues, which we've been programmed not to look at. So because we are so obsessed with the raw material physical world, that these abilities we haven't developed. And that is the whole trick of developing your psychic abilities. To become ever more a sensitive instrument instead of this raw instrument that moves things around and tries to get, money and all of these things. Instead, become a listener. Become a listener to the most sensitive energies out there. Become a listener to the most sensitive energies out there. And for that, you have to become completely still, completely open, not reject anything. And as you allow those messages to come through, your listening will become better. It's like you're fine tuning yourself to accept those messages. Accept. Every time they come up, you accept them, you let them blossom like this, and it will become better and better and better and better. And that is where you actually start to become a psychic. And sometimes these cues are very soft and subtle. For example, everybody has them, by the way. So, for example, you sit like this, and suddenly, even if let's say you're in the office, and suddenly you think about someone, another person, then you go like, "Oh, okay," and you continue working. No, take a break, completely fall into your spaciousness, and allow that feeling of that connection to that person to blossom in that moment. You're not pushing it a certain way. You're not making it erotic, or you're not doing it this, you're not, forcing it. You're allowing it to blossom in its own space just by acknowledging it and letting it move the way it wants to. And by reducing outside phenomena, so or impact, especially if you're highly sensitive. Like, for example, if I'm at a place where a lot of people want to speak to me, I'm not going to develop my psychic abilities very much if I don't already have them. So I'm going to have to reduce all of these stimuli so I can concentrate on specific stimuli. And as you start to concentrate on those specific things that come up and give them space,